Before we start today's vlog, I wanted to ask you guys if you can drop a comment below if you would be at all interested in me doing another Usborne Book Party. I did one probably a year and a half ago, and it was so much fun. We did it on Facebook. I think you have to be a member of Facebook to join the party, but to order books you don't have to be a member of Facebook. So I've talked about Usborne books a lot. I'm not a consultant. I don't make money up from Usborne. I'm not sponsored. I just love Usborne books, and so do the kids. They have great books for all age ranges. Like some of the kids' very favorite books are used to the point of tatters because they love them so much. And I feel like that I can attribute their vocabulary partially to us reading Usborne books to them because they're so interactive. So if you're interested at all in doing a party, let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking about doing it either Wednesday or Thursday, the week of the 18th is when we're thinking about doing the party. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll sort of gauge interest and decide whether or not we're gonna actually do it. And on with the vlog.
So check this bad boy out. It looks brand new. I spotted it about 3 days ago when I was out on a bicycle ride, and it was right by the trash. I'm like, huh, that looks pretty nice. Like, why would somebody throw that away? And because I wasn't sure if someone was throwing away. So then I waited a day, went by again, still there. Waited 2 more days, went by, still there. Boom, picked it up. I think the problem is going to lie in this hose. Hopefully. I'm hoping that this is like the only problem. Because this is a $200 pressure washer. I already have one, but this one's nicer than mine. So hopefully I can get it to work. We'll see. Got my helpers with me. They are definitely no help and all distraction. They're lucky they're cute. Plug into receptacle, indicator should be on. Okay, on. Press test button, indicator should be off. Doesn't turn off. Press reset button for use. Do not use if test fails. Have to Google it.
That was a good throw. Lyndle, why do you have your blankies out here? Rusty has many, many holes that he's digging out there. He can finally just dig free. Yeah. This is the first place we've ever lived where we can just let him dig.
And get ticks.
Yeah. Hey, Eloise. Plant update, if anyone's curious. My elephant ear has sprouted an entire leaf all on its own. He must be very happy here. It was really neat watching it. Like, it first came out right here and it was all curled up, and then as it grew, it unfolded, and it's like a perfect leaf because it's brand new. So these have been hanging out in the garage because it's still been getting a little too cold at night. This peace lily, peace lily is just hanging out right there because it's super happy for whatever reason. Which is really weird because the one, like, that's the one that didn't look as good to begin with. This is the one that looked better, and so I put it in here in this pretty pot, and then now look at it. This guy is just incredibly happy. I hardly have to do anything, and it must be like in the perfect location sun-wise, and I just don't have to water it very often, but I'm doing like the deep watering less often, and so you can see new leaves coming out right there, which is cool. Very happy plant. This one I'm going to have out on the screen and porch, but it seems like it's doing really well in here, even though it's not getting a ton of sunlight. And then this is the one, like the one over here that I've had the longest. I bought these, I think not long after Eloise was born, and I think it's looking really good. So it seemed like in the beginning I was murdering it, but now this is like a whole nother plant coming out of it. And then these are really neat to watch. So that's a new leaf coming out. I've never owned a plant long enough to watch this process happen. So like the bigger leaves that are on the outside will eventually turn brown and you cut them off, and new ones come out of the middle one, or out of the middle. I'm sure like everybody who does a lot of gardening and plant stuff, is like, duh. But it's just really neat because it comes out as a spear, and then, so this one looked like this a couple weeks ago, and then it just like gradually fans out as it grows. So it's really cool to watch, because like every day it's fanned out a little bit further. And Bear's playing with a power washer.
Well, I'm hopeful. Quick
Really?
little YouTube video said that most likely it's this thing that went bad, so I'm taking it off my pressure washer, seeing if it's gonna work.
It just makes me sad that we live in such a wasteful society where like a power washer stops working, so they're just gonna throw it into the dumpster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It is sad. Like before even trying to fix it, especially if it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Did you spray yourself in the face? Okay, let's get you a wipe, buddy. You can say, I need a wipe.
I need a wipe.
Yep, I'll get you one. I would say Rusty needs a wipe. Jeez.
So the storm came in, but I figured out, so all I did was switch the electrical things. Baby Eloise, jump, 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 jump. Just switch the electrical things with my old pressure washer, and then there is a hole in the hose. So it works perfect, it just had a leak in the hose. So I'm gonna get a new hose and then a new end of the outlet thing. Boom. I'll probably sell my old one.
Yeah, new job.
Great find.
So probably one of the best parts about where my parents live is that weather comes up the main channel of the lake, which their house is facing, sunsets in the west, faces west. So that's the direction the weather's coming from. And so anytime there's a big storm, you can see it coming up the channel. I'll insert a picture here of what this storm looks like from their house. Baby Eloise is trying some grapes. You love them? Yes. Once again, I'll link these below. I just can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, every meal.
It just takes the work out of like cutting it into pieces where I know she's not gonna choke.
Yeah.
You just put it in there. You just put it in there, and like those holes are not big enough for her to get a chunk out. So it just allows her to taste, feed herself. It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
She's literally eaten salmon out of there and just sucked it dry. Is it so? Do you love salmon? You love everything so far. There's nothing you don't love. Except for baths. You don't love baths. Is it so good? Is it so yummy? So she's having some almond milk yogurt with a little baby cereal and breast milk. Is it so yummy? Yeah, you love it. You're a big eater. Yes, you are. So, how awesome has the laundry situation been since potty training?
Oh, I mean, almost, yeah, probably literally cut in half.
At least. So just today, basically, I've been starting to introduce sign language to Eloise, so I'll do more while she's eating, basically before every bite I give her. And then when we're done, I'll show her what all done means. More food. You want more? And she thinks it's hilarious most of the time. Eloise, do you want more? Yeah! You want more? Or are you all done? Do you want more? So I basically am doing the exact same thing I did with the twins, where I said I was gonna do baby led weaning, and then here I am feeding them puree type foods. I think what I determined with all of them is that they were ready to eat in volumes that were more than like they were able to do with baby led weaning to feed themselves. I'm ultimately gonna do a combination of purees and baby led weaning like I did with the twins, I think, too. I can't believe she's 7 months old, which is blowing my mind. You all done? Want any more? All right. Whoa. I just got here. This is my favorite kind of weather when we aren't outside anyway. It's rainy. It's storming. The old man is snoring.
Yay.
Can you say pluviophile?
Pluviophile.
Yep, I wonder if you'll be one. Awesome.
So Lyndle loves her blankies. So because of that, we have 4 of them. Well, it just so happened all 4 of them got really wet. Parenthood.
What's that?
Star blankie.
Yep, I brought you 2 star blankies, didn't I?
I blink one. I blink one.
Giraffe blankie. Yeah, he's drying it. See, that's a picture of Daddy drying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have already seen that.
Wonderful.
Whoopsie. If I had $1 for every time I drop my cell phone on my face in bed. Uh-oh. Let Lyndle hold you. Giraffe blankie.
Alright, honey. That smell good?
You're one lucky baby. Where are we focused? Okay. Good night.
I love you.
We love you. In your dreams, Iris. Night night, honey. I love you.
Hey, what doing?
What doing?
Lyndle. Lyndle's hilarious. Bear's hilarious too.
They're both hilarious.
Ah, but Lyndle always says, hey, what doing, Daddy?
What doing, Daddy? And then she's calling Rusty Buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Or then she's calling Bear Buddy. Trying to give him a hat going, here, Bear. Here, Buddy Bear.
They are cute.
They are cute.
Luckily, because we about killed them tonight.
We did. They were pushing our buttons on purpose.
I can understand why it's called the Terrible Twos.
I hate that. I hate that phrase.
I should not be behind the camera.
They're just learning how to be a human.
Mm-hmm. Pushing boundaries like a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying about your kidney pain or your left side pain, honey?
Well, it's my right.
What's your right side?
Mm-hmm.
Rachel had really bad
hydronephrosis.
Yeah, hydronephrosis. Funny enough.
Yep.
I guess when they diagnosed that, they would have noticed that you had 2 ureters.
Not necessarily.
You don't think?
Mm-mm. Because they couldn't see on ultrasound that Eloise had a duplicate ureter. Or it was like that dye test that they could see it. It wasn't with the ultrasound.
Yeah, that's true.
So
interesting. So maybe you do have a
maybe.
duplicate.
It just is making me think because I had hydronephrosis bad with the twins and it was causing me a lot of discomfort like in my back and like right below my rib cage over here. But it makes me think back to like multiple times in my life that I've had pain on that side, like in that location that we thought like maybe it was my gallbladder. Remember I had my gallbladder checked?
Yeah,
And
yeah, do you remember that?
you
should ask our doctor.
I should.
Mom Buatsi.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they did ask if there was any like genetic kidney issues.
Well, your grandma.
And yeah, we found out my grandma had only one functioning kidney. Oh my gosh, did you see that?
That was amazing. I hope we can slow-mo that.
Oh.
Kidney. Oh my god.
I caught it like a cat.
Well, that'll lighten the hydronephrosis.
Mm-hmm.
The returning hydronephrosis.
It's really uncomfortable. Let me finish eating. Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of when I was pregnant and there was just nothing I could do about it.
It's funny that we had the consultation today with Dr. Mabuati.
It is funny. I should have piggybacked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Are there any questions? Well, actually.
Yeah, my side hurts.
Don't you just get annoyed? So, obviously, patients, well, before COVID, patients would bring family members, friends into the exam room, you know, while they were getting their exam. And 9 times out of 10, who's ever with them always ask a question about themselves.
There were surprisingly a lot of parents that would like chime in during their kids' exam wanting to like talk about themselves and their eye issues, and it's like,
but it's not like relevant to like what's going on with their kid.
Not at all. Yeah, exactly. It's
like
not
the
like
kid
pertinent.
the kid can be perfectly normal.
And the mom's like, my eyes are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's funny.
Yeah. And sometimes even like their younger sibling will be there and the mom is like, can you just check them out real quick? It's like, we can make an appointment. But yeah, this is dairy free and it's decent.
Ben
It just
Jerry's
it made me think when I had the hydronephrosis with the twins. I remember like we had been eating ice cream a lot because I was pregnant with twins, and someone was like, maybe it's just because you're eating way more ice cream than you're used to. And here I am. My body can tolerate a lot of ice cream. That also made me think about piggybacking on appointments. A lot happened today when I took Lyndle to the doctor.
Today was a big day.
It was.
Lots of doctor
This
visits.
is going to be multiple vlogs for sure. There's no way we're going to fit all this in one vlog. Unless it's like 45 minutes. But at the doctor, so Lyndle got checked out. And then while she was peeing on the potty, I had like held up her shirt and she had a tick on her side. So I pulled up the tick and then like held it in a tissue until the doctor came back in. I'm like, do you want this? Like, what do we do? What do we do about this? By the way, our kids get ticks. What's the protocol? And she said, we don't really treat it unless they're having symptoms. And then at the very end, like she had already got my paperwork and was just like, any other questions? And I remembered that Lyndle has like that little spot on her knee.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to be like, actually, she has this thing on her knee. But she had already typed up her paperwork and everything, and I would have felt bad.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny.
I know.
All right, well, I guess we'll end the vlog here, probably.
Yep.
Hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow us on our journey. Days are crazy around here.
They are crazy.
It's fun.
Today was a crazy one. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.